My name is Philip E. Beals, and my highest rank of service was Commissaryman, 3rd class, submarine qualified. We had the best, which was unprecedented in the Navy as far as any surface ship that I know of. The submarine service had basically an unlimited mess budget. As far as I know, you really couldn't outspend it. You know, you got a new one every month, and you tried to make out a menu billet for the month, and plan all the meals. And no matter what you planned, you still had money left over, you know. And that's why we had the best. We had the best of the best. As far as meals went, we had, if we had steak, it was filet mignon. Fridays, import. Not every Friday, but a lot of Fridays, because we were right there from New London. We'd go over to the local lobster fishermen and buy enough lobster to serve for the Friday noon meal. We also had we had pork, pork loins, come in cases. Everything came frozen in cases, and there was cases, big frozen. We did our own. Basically, the cooks did their own butchering, to some extent. We had prime rib, the whole rib, again, and we butchered it up, you know, and deboned it, and wind up with boneless prime rib. We had special holidays. We had turkeys, whole turkeys. Meats were all good. We had to, in ordering our meats, in order to get so much prime rib or so much fillets, which was the whole fillets, you know, we used to get, but we would have to. It was like a package deal, and they said that, well, okay, we'll give you this, but in that package, because you're getting this, you got to take so many cases of hamburger. Those hamburger never, well, a lot of times it never made it across the brow to the boat. We had stores going across, and sometimes it happens, you know. The guys trip a little bit or something, and they lose the case, and it goes over a side and just into the deep. So, because the main reason, because they would come in 25-pound blocks. It would be 1, 2, yeah, okay, 2 50-pound case. So there'd be 2 25-pound blocks of hamburger frozen. When you did have something and thaw it out, it turned gray. All the blood ran out of it, drained out of it, and it just turned gray. And it just didn't look good, you know. And so what we used to do, if we had a meal with hamburger, all the bonings from the prime rib, between the meat between the bones, and like that, we would take that and we would grind that up for the hamburger, and it worked fine. The bakers the cook who stood the baker's watch, which I did. I stood the baker's, cooks and baker's watch, And the baker's watch was at night to cook the pastries for the next day, bread and pastries. And we would cook cakes, sheet cakes. They'd be about the size like that in a sheet pan, lip about that high. And that type of cake we would have. We would cook pies. So pies and cakes, always ice cream. We had 5-gallon in our freezer, as many as could fit in there. So we had ice cream a lot. You had all the shifts at that time were 4 on, 8 off. So you stood a 4-hour watch, and then you had 8 hours off, and then you're back out again for a 4-hour watch and 8 hours off. And to coincide with that, our breakfast was at 7:30. And the first ones in for breakfast was the ongoing watch at 8 o'clock. So they would eat from 7:30 to 8 and then go on watch. And then we would have a second call for breakfast, which would be actually anyone else. The off-coming watch plus ones who were still just not in there. So you had your breakfast, and well, basically every 4 hours you had a meal. You had, because 8 o'clock was the breakfast, 11:30, 12 o'clock was the noon meal, and then 2:30 to 3 was it was like mid-rats, I call them, which were just like snacks. You know, I mean, the cook would put out some soup or something like that. It wouldn't be a complete meal. And then the complete meal would be again at 7:30 to 8, and then you just wrap around the clock. And then at noontime, during the night, at midnight, to change your watch again. Then the baker, whoever was on the baking watch then, would put out some kind of just something different. One of the big favorites was cinnamon buns, and put out this. We start that, and everybody they'd smell that cinnamon. It would go through the whole boat, you know. I mean, it'd wake up guys right out of their sleep, you know. You gotta have one, you know. So we did not have legally a washing machine aboard back. The new boats do have that, and they have those conveniences, washers and dryers and everything else. We didn't have that. We had a little sink in our restrooms, or whatever you want to call it, heads, and we used to hand wash any clothes we had, t-shirts, dungarees. That was basically the uniform of the day. Aboard out at sea, you had a t-shirt and a pair of dungarees on, and so you didn't really handle, you know, as far as any kind of washing. We did have one engineman. He kind of, I don't know where he got it from, but he had this little thing that would wash a dungaree shirt and a pair of dungarees, or maybe underwear shorts and underwear t-shirt, and that's why it was a small little thing like that. And but anybody who wanted to use it, rather than doing the hand thing, he would charge him a quarter, you know, and you could use his little machine, you know. Danny Bondar was his name. I love the guy. He was, you know, I mean, one of the guys I'll never forget. You know, he was everything he did was, you know, it's embedded up here, and I know a lot of crazy things he did. But he used to sleep with a mask, so that he'd be completely dark. You know, like that. And a lot of other sea stories about him. And Danny was a card.